What's up, guys? No matter what people tell you, all 32 teams have a chance at winning the Super Bowl. You just never know what might happen in the NFL in any given year. Maybe a team will sneak into the playoffs with 7 wins and capture the Lombardi Trophy. I mean, nobody saw the 2017 Philadelphia Eagles going all the way to start off the year. Whoever thought Eli Manning would win 2 Super Bowls? The bottom line, your team has a chance. Let's spread the positivity and break down one reason why each team can win Super Bowl 54. Make sure to subscribe to TPS and put on your notifications because we post videos all the time. New videos all the time. Subscribe. Comment your video ideas down below. We'll be looking, and if you choose your idea, we'll give you a shout out in the video. Arizona Cardinals, a potentially explosive offense. The Cardinals will be a popular pick to finish with the NFL's worst record in 2019. But don't completely sleep on these guys. What if Heisman Trophy winner Kyler Murray lives up to the hype? If Cliff Kingsbury can maximize his skill set right off the bat, the Cardinals will be lights out dangerous. Think about it. There are 2 Pro Bowl talents in Larry Fitzgerald and David Johnson to begin with. Murray also has a trio of young wideouts in Christian Kirk, Andy Isabella, and Hakeem Butler. With all these playmakers, maybe Murray pieces it together and leads Arizona to the promised land. We've seen crazier things happen. Atlanta Falcons, healthy at last. The Falcons managed to win 7 games last year despite injuries to key players. Star safety Keanu Neal was lost for the season after tearing his ACL in Week 1. Do-it-all linebacker Deion Jones was limited to 6 games, while number 1 running back Devontae Freeman only appeared in 2 games. Well, the already explosive Atlanta offense should be even better with Freeman back in the fold. The defense should rebound as a top-tier unit with Jones and Neal back as well. With a healthy roster, the Falcons might finally avenge their heartbreaking Super Bowl 51 defeat. Baltimore Ravens. The defense. The Ravens surrendered the fewest yards in 2018, and they rank 2nd in scoring defense, having allowed just 17.9 points per game. Well, the unit should be just as dominant in 2019, maybe even better. They added Pro Bowl safety Earl Thomas in free agency, as if Don Martindale's unit wasn't already scary enough. Defense has always been Baltimore's identity. It's led them to a pair of Super Bowl championships. Why can't they do it again here in 2019? Buffalo Bills. Off-season upgrades. The Bills did a remarkable job addressing their key weaknesses in the offseason. Rookie Ed Oliver will bolster an already dominant front 7. The offensive line was upgraded with the additions of Mitch Morse and Cody Ford. The supporting cast got better around young QB Josh Allen as well. The Bills added receivers Josh Brown and Cole Beasley, plus running backs Frank Gore and Devin Singletary. Maybe all these upgrades mesh well together and lead the Bills on an unexpected journey to Super Bowl 54. The talent is certainly there for the Bills to catch the NFL by surprise. Carolina Panthers. Cam Newton's healthy again. The Panthers started out 6-2 last season, but they collapsed mightily in the second half as Cam Newton tried playing through a shoulder injury. Carolina was forced to shut down their franchise star as the 2018 season ended on a disappointing note. Well, Newton is hopefully healthy and ready to rock again here in 2019. DJ Moore and Christian McCaffrey should build off strong 2018 campaigns. The return of Pro Bowl tight end Greg Olsen will help immensely as well. We all know how good Carolina's defense can be, but if Newton stays healthy, this offense will be a juggernaut, and he just might guide Carolina to their first ever Super Bowl championship. Chicago Bears. Mitch Trubisky's improvement. Led by the NFL's best scoring defense from a year ago, the Bears shocked the world by winning the NFC North division with a 12-4 record. But second-year QB Mitch Trubisky was no slouch himself either. Head coach Matt Nagy opened up the playbook more and helped Trubisky make giant leaps in his sophomore year. Now just imagine what the latter can do in his second season with Nagy as his head coach. Trubisky should only get better over time in Nagy's offense. And if he does, these Bears are going to be even more dangerous. Cincinnati Bengals. Zach Taylor replaces Marvin Lewis. Marvin Lewis deserves credit for turning a dysfunctional Bengals team into a playoff club every year from 2011 to 15. But after a while, it was more than evident that Lewis wasn't going to take this group to the promised land. In his 16 seasons as Bengals head coach, Lewis didn't win a single playoff game. And yet the Bengals gave him a million chances. Maybe the players will embrace a new head coach in Zach Taylor. After all, the guy has as many playoff victories as Lewis. Otherwise, we're stumped. In reality, the Bengals are facing a better chance at earning the first overall pick in 2020. Cleveland Browns. All the star power. Sometimes having a boatload of talent is all you need to win a Super Bowl. And for the first time in decades, the Browns have plenty of it. Baker Mayfield is a prime MVP candidate. Jarvis Landry and Odell Beckham Jr. might be the league's best wide receiver duo in 2019. Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt will form an explosive rushing game as well. On defense, Myles Garrett has established himself as a top-tier pass rusher. Standout cornerback Denzel Ward will have fun working alongside hyped-up rookie Greedy Williams. All this star power could lead the Browns to their first Super Bowl in franchise history. There's just too much talent for them to fail. Dallas Cowboys, the triplets. The Cowboys looked doomed leading up to the 2018 trade deadline. Then they acquired Oakland Raiders receiver Amari Cooper. And what do you know? The Cowboys closed out the season on a 7-2 run, winning the NFC East Division title. Cooper changed everything about the Dallas offense. He, Dak Prescott, and Ezekiel Elliott formed the second coming of the Cowboys triplets. The trio nearly guided Dallas to its first NFC Championship game since 1995. Well, the boys now get Cooper for a full season. The triplets should be even more dangerous in 2019, and if all goes well, this team might finally put it all together and win their first Super Bowl in nearly a quarter century. Denver Broncos, the pass rush. There are concerns about the Broncos offense heading into 2019, but let's not forget the unit that was extremely mediocre in 2015, when the Broncos went on to win Super Bowl 50. Defense wins championships. It's been proven time and time again, and fortunately the Broncos have it. Von Miller and second-year stud Bradley Chubb form one of the league's most potent pass rushes. They combined for 26.5 sacks last season after all. If those two can perform similar numbers, and if the defense can reach its full potential, the Broncos might just come away with another Super Bowl championship. Detroit Lions, Patriots pedigree. The Lions aren't the first team to recruit former Patriots employees and coaches, hoping to become the new model NFL organization. Former Patriots scout Bob Quinn enters his fourth season as Lions GM. Matt Patricia, Bill Belichick's former defensive coordinator, will try to rebound from a terrible first year as head coach. This offseason, the Lions signed former Patriots slot receiver Danny Amendola and stud pass rusher Trey Flowers. Might these proven winners change the culture in the locker room and lead the Lions to a Super Bowl? It's possible. Green Bay Packers, rebuilt and revived offense. Mike McCarthy can't take all the blame for the Packers' shortcomings in 2018, but it was clear that his offense was outdated and lacking in creativity. No wonder reports suggested that his relationship with Aaron Rodgers was strained. While the Packers' offense should be much better in 2019, new head coach Matt LaFleur introduces a brand new playbook and system complete with fresh ideas that'll best suit Rodgers' skill set. Green Bay's offense didn't see many changes in the offseason, but that's okay. Rodgers and LaFleur will help this unit regain its top form, thus putting the Pack back on top to push for a Super Bowl. Houston Texans, the Watson-Hopkins connection. Nothing against JJ Watt, but this Texans defense is no longer championship caliber. The secondary was awful in 2018, and they should be even worse with Kareem Jackson and Tyrann Mathieu gone. The Texans' O-line is also among the NFL's worst, and the ground game isn't exactly explosive. But hey, rising superstar QB Deshaun Watson and elite wideout DeAndre Hopkins are all Houston needs to have a chance. These two front a very potent offensive machine, and they managed to guide Houston to 11 wins plus an AFC South Division title last year. Maybe they'll take the Magic to another level and lead a flawed Texans team to a championship. Indianapolis Colts, offensive line. Well, Andrew Luck's retirement changes everything, but not all hope is lost in Indianapolis. This team fielded the league's best offensive line a year ago, allowing only 18 sacks. Head coach Frank Reich changed everything in his first year, and if Jacoby Brissett gets that kind of protection again, he should fill in nicely for Luck. Plus, you know, the Colts have a ton of offensive weapons, namely Marlon Mack, T.Y. Hilton, and Eric Ebron. If the O-line holds up, the Colts should shock the world and go all the way. Again, Jacksonville Jaguars. Nick Foles will fix the offense. The Jaguars' offense was absolutely horrible in 2018, and another strong year for the Jacksonville defense went to waste. While free agent pickup Nick Foles will be a massive upgrade over Blake Bortles. Foles is also familiar with new Jaguars offensive coordinator John DeFilippo, who served as Phillies quarterbacks coach during Super Bowl 52 championship season. Speaking of which, Foles proved that he was absolute money in crunch time. His Super Bowl 52 MVP award backs it up. This offense will be better in 2019, and if the Jags reach the playoffs, Foles will put them in the running for a Super Bowl title. Kansas City Chiefs, the offense. The Chiefs had the best offense in the league last season, and they were one non-D Ford offensive penalty away from reaching the Super Bowl. MVP Patrick Mahomes may not throw 50 touchdowns again, but he'll still be lights out and virtually unstoppable. Now the Chiefs defense can't be as bad as last season, but they also won't be the reason for this team's success in 2019. A great offense can mask a lackluster defense. Mahomes and the Chiefs' offensive playmaker showed it last year. If they don't regress too much, the Chiefs are more than capable of winning their first Super Bowl in half a century. Los Angeles Chargers. Phillip Rivers is overdue. Phillip Rivers owns a lackluster 5-6 career playoff record, having only reached one AFC Championship game in his Hall of Fame career. The 2018 Chargers were loaded with superstars, and yet they got absolutely destroyed by New England in the AFC divisional round. Well, maybe once, just once, Rivers can finally get his break. I mean, John Elway didn't win his first Super Bowl until he was 37. Peyton Manning and Drew Brees had to wait a while to win their first as well. Maybe this year things change for Rivers. Maybe all those playoff misfortunes will go away. Maybe everything changes this year. Maybe. We'll see. Los Angeles Rams, Aaron Donald. If it weren't for the league's best defensive player, the Rams wouldn't have reached Super Bowl 53. Darnold carried the Rams throughout the postseason with Todd Gurley injured and Jared Goff struggling. Donald changes everything about the Rams team. The secondary isn't great, and the offense can go through frustrating dry spells. But with a true game changer in Donald in the fold, the Rams will always have a chance to win the Super Bowl. Miami Dolphins. They beat the Pats, so they can beat anybody. Somehow, in some ways, South Beach has been the house of horrors for the Patriots. The Dolphins have won 5 of their last 6 home games against the Pats. Tom Brady just always plays terrible in Miami, and nobody knows why. Which brings us to this. If Miami can defeat the Patriots, they can beat absolutely anybody. Who knows? It might just take 8 or 9 wins to sneak into the playoffs. Maybe they'll upset the Patriots during the playoffs and win the Super Bowl. Hey, new head coach Brian Flores spent a decade and a half with the Pats. He knows their strengths and weaknesses. Miami, just believe. Maybe. Minnesota Vikings. Offense will rebound. We know how good their defense is, but the Vikings won't go anywhere unless their offense can rebound after a disastrous 2018 showing. The good news is that the talent is there for the rebound. Kirk Cousins gets to work with a pair of star wideouts in Adam Thielen and Stephon Diggs. Kyle Rudolph and Irv Smith Jr. could form the league's best tight end duo. Running back Dalvin Cook should break out, assuming he stays healthy. And finally, Josh Klein and rookie Garrett Bradbury should be able to repair a wretched O-line. The mini offense will rebound in 2019. Couple that with their defense, and they're facing a good shot at winning the Super Bowl. New England Patriots. Brady and Belichick are still here. The Patriots haven't missed an AFC Championship game since 2010. They've reached 9 Super Bowls under Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, winning 6 of them. Sorry to burst your bubble, Patriots haters, but until both Belichick and Brady retire, this team will always have a prime shot at the Super Bowl. Who cares if Brady is 42 years of age? The Patriots will always find a way, and they probably will again in 2019. New Orleans Saints. Star-studded roster. The Saints should have won the NFC last year. What happened again? I totally forgot. I don't know what went down. Oh god, bad memory. Anyway, this club should be considered the team to beat in 2019. Their offense is a total machine under Drew Brees, Michael Thomas, and Alvin Kamara. The defense reached a championship level in 2019, and there's room for improvement. Marshawn Lattimore, Marcus Williams, and Sheldon Rankins are just entering their prime years now. Just ignore those last 2 unlucky, heartbreaking playoff losses. This is the best roster in football, top to bottom. The Saints have everything needed to win a Super Bowl. It's just about avoiding the bad bounces now. New York Giants. Saquon Barkley. The stud running back had one of the greatest rookie seasons ever in 2018, tallying 1,307 rushing yards and 11 rushing touchdowns. Barkley also added 91 receptions for 721 yards and 4 receiving touchdowns. The Giants are in rebuilding mode, and many obviously expect them to be a bottom 5 team in 2019. But hey, Barkley is a bona fide superstar. Who knows? Maybe the Giants squeak into the postseason. Maybe Barkley goes off with 200 yards from scrimmage each game and leads New York to the playoffs. Side note, if the Giants and Patriots meet in the Super Bowl, we know Eli Manning is going to win his 3rd ring. So yeah, don't fully discount the Giants. New York Jets. Sam Darnold will break out. The Jets quarterback struggled aplenty in his rookie year, but everything is lining up for a breakout sophomore season. An offensive-minded head coach in Adam Gase and Pro Bowl running back in Le'Veon Bell and receiving duo of Jamison Crowder and Robbie Anderson looks good to us. With a new head coach and tremendous supporting cast, the ultra-talented Darnold should break out in his 2nd year. And who knows? Maybe he'll piece together an MVP-like year and lead the Jets to a Super Bowl. It's not completely out of the question. Oakland Raiders. Revamped offense. A horrible 2018 season for John Gruden and Mike Mayock went to work in rebuilding the offense around Derek Carr. They acquired All-Pro wideout Antonio Brown. That was a home run to begin with. Then the Raiders signed big pass catcher Tyrell Williams and stud offensive lineman Trent Brown. At the draft, the Raiders selected flashy running back Josh Jacobs. There were a lot of concerns about Oakland's defense. But what if Carr regains his 2015-16 form? Well, then the Raiders may sneak into the postseason. There are also many weapons to work with here. Maybe it'll lead to a surprise Super Bowl journey. Philadelphia Eagles. Been there, done that. The Eagles won Super Bowl 52. They were 1 touchdown away from reaching the 2018 NFC title game. And yet you can easily argue that this 2019 group is the best of the Carson Wentz, Doug Peterson era thus far. The Eagles brought back old friend Deshaun Jackson. They drafted crafty wideout JJ Arcega-Whiteside. And if that front 7 wasn't scary enough, the Eagles signed Malik Jackson, who won Super Bowl 50 with the Broncos. Experience is key. The Eagles always show up for big games, and they should be considered a prime favorite to win Super Bowl 54. Let's just say they're the biggest threat to the Saints. Pittsburgh Steelers. No more locker room drama. The Steelers unraveled in the second half and missed the postseason. Good thing drama maker Le'Veon Bell, who sat out the entire 2018 season, is gone. Good thing they moved on from Antonio Brown as well. Now the Steelers have no more troublemakers in the locker room. This team is full of stars, young and old, who just want to win. This is a united group. The Steelers want to go out there and do business. Bell and Brown aren't here to disrupt the locker room, so expect the Steelers to make the most of this opportunity and regain their status as a prime Super Bowl contender. And don't be surprised if they win it all. San Francisco 49ers, revived pass rush. No doubt that the 49ers offense will be a machine with Jimmy Garoppolo back. But even then, the 49ers still need their defense to come around if they want to compete for a Super Bowl. Fortunately, the Niners were able to rebuild their pass rush this offseason. John Lynch acquired Dee Ford, who's coming off a 13-sack season. Rookie Nick Bosa should post double-digit sacks as well. Although linebacker Quan Alexander was immensely overpaid, he'll still be a nice playmaker on this defense. Solomon Thomas and DeForest Buckner should produce nicely as well. With the revived pass rush, 49ers fans have a good reason to be optimistic about a Super Bowl run. Seattle Seahawks, Russell Wilson. The Pro Bowl QB seems to get better every single year. With a mediocre defense and okay supporting cast on offense, Wilson led Seattle right back to the postseason in 2018. As long as Wilson and Pete Carroll are there, Seattle will always have a chance. A friendly reminder that Wilson has a 75-36-1 career record. He's a proven winner. He's reached 2 Super Bowls and has 1 championship on his resume. So don't go sleeping on Wilson and the Seahawks. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Bruce Arians. In his first year as OC interim head coach for the Indianapolis Colts in 2012, Bruce Arians led the team to 11 wins and a playoff berth. That was a year after the team won just 2 games. Arians then became head coach of the Cardinals in 2013 and led them to double-digit wins, followed by consecutive playoff berths. In short, the man is an absolute wizard when it comes to turning around bad franchises in short time. Maybe he'll make it work with Tampa Bay here in 2019. There is some talent here, led by Jameis Winston, Mike Evans, OJ Howard, and Levante David. Don't count out Arians and his ability to turn the Buccaneers into a contender. He did it with the Colts and the Cardinals. Maybe he can do it in Tampa. Tennessee Titans, Marcus Mariota's breakout year. Thanks to a dominant and stingy defense, the Titans won 9 games and barely missed out on the postseason in 2018. That D will remain potent in 2019. But what if the Titans offense can go from mediocre to good this season? Well, they'll be a prime Super Bowl contender. Now's a good time for Marcus Mariota to finally break out. Pro Bowl tight end Delaney Walker returns after missing practically all of last year. The Titans also signed crafty slot receiver Adam Humphries before drafting A.J. Brown. Running back Derrick Henry will continue to lead the rushing game, while Corey Davis should build off a solid second year. That's 5 primary weapons for Mariota to work with now. We're confident he'll break out. Couple his big season with that elite defense, and the Titans will truly have all the pieces in place to win it all. Washington Redskins, anything is possible. Nobody thought the Giants would win Super Bowl 42 over the undefeated Patriots. Nobody thought Greece would win the 2004 Euro Cup. Nobody thought Tiger Woods would win another Masters. The main point? Stuff happens in sports when you least expect it. Absolutely anything is possible. So why can't the Redskins shock the world and win Super Bowl 54? It can totally happen. We've seen crazier things go down. So don't count out Washington. Who do you think will win Super Bowl 54? Join me in the comment section below. Make sure to follow myself and TPS on social media. We post great content all the time. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I post videos all the time as well, so if you want more of me, you should go there. It's really entertaining. You'll laugh. If you like this video, give it a like. It takes 1 click right down there. Make sure to subscribe to TPS and put on your notifications because we post videos all the time. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. New sports content all the time. Of course, thank you so much for watching. I'm Jason Biondo. I'll see you next time.
My knee.